More Than Words with Wendy Demonari.
Now, we have heard a whole lot about ChatGPT kind of everywhere lately. Well, as you know, there are wide-ranging options, and some are and opinions about it. Some are vehemently opposed. Some are all for it. Others are cautious and curious. But I want to know what communications trainer Wendy Demonari thinks. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning, Susan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. ChatGPT and those AI chat things.
Yes.
Just in case people haven't heard of what that software is, can you paint a quick picture of what it is and how it's used?
Okay. Well, GPT is something that I absolutely love, but I do appreciate the concerns, but we'll talk about that. So this is the latest artificial intelligence tools to basically help. It started off perhaps with businesses, but just anybody really, to help them be more efficient and more productive in their writing, in their documentation, and in running their businesses. But there are lots and lots of things that you can do with it, and it's a lot of fun experimenting. But however, I do understand when there are some people who have expressed, concerns and feel, a little bit worried about where it's heading.
Yes, and it's that new territory, I guess.
Yeah.
So people are sort of wondering, where does this go and where does this sit? And schools obviously have different opinions. And when I saw that you loved it,
Yes.
I was a little bit shocked because I thought a communications trainer would think, no. So why do you love it so much?
Well, look, I think like any technology, and this is what happened when the internet first came out, and you're too young to remember, I think, the days when, there were no emails, there was no internet. I do remember very well. But like any new technology, there are always concerns, and I do think it is a space where they'll probably need to regulate it quite a bit. I always see these things as a tool that you can use. It should not be the be-all and end-all, and it should not replace your own, personality, your own style, your own ideas. There are certainly some issues there, but I see it. It has saved me already hundreds and hundreds of hours. I've become much more productive. So, yeah, it's fantastic.
What sort of things do you use it for, Wendy?
Okay, so if you're thinking like business, and I'll talk about business and personal. So thinking business, you can use it to help you draft emails, reports, training modules. You can also get it to, for example, quickly summarize and give you the key messages of a book that you don't have time to read, or a white paper, or any sort of document, industry document. Who has lots of spare time on their hands? I don't think anybody has, and anyone in a business certainly doesn't. But when you need to be over something quickly, you can get it to do a summary of the key messages. You can also get it to do fun things, social media content, invitations, making audio and video scripts, for example. Now, you can see I'm actually the one speaking, but anyway, something has maybe helped me a little bit this morning.
Full disclosure.
I tell you one of the best
Good
things.
transparency.
Yeah, when you're brainstorming, you can't think, you've got that writer's block, which a lot of people have. Not long ago, I was juggling so many things, and I just couldn't get my head around what I needed to do and when and how to do it. So I asked my bestie, ChatGPT, to give me, listen to this, a 3-month plan broken down into weeks of the tasks that I needed to do. And it did it within 10 seconds.
Wow.
And, that's just for my own benefit, but it's helped me tremendously.
That's incredible. I've also heard of people using it to create meal plans and things like that.
Meal plans, recipes, exercise regimes. Well, you can get really creative, if you want to compose a beautiful, poem for your partner, all sorts of things.
One of the things that I wanted to check with you about was, because my assumption was that a communications trainer might have the thought of, often younger people and, millennials and generations younger than that are criticised, or there's the view that because there's been calculators so readily available everywhere, and because Word has spell check and those sorts of things, that young people don't have some of those skills as much as they would in previous generations. Is that a concern, do you think, with things like ChatGPT?
I think it still can be a concern, and ChatGPT shouldn't be used by anybody. You shouldn't just put it in and say, right, that's mine now. Obviously, there are plagiarism issues. It can help you to help you with your grammar and communication style and spelling and punctuation, but that's still something that you should learn. If there are ways to use it, it clearly is driven by the quality of the prompts that you give it. But the other thing you should do is also back it up. You can use it as a kind of a shell, an outline for an idea. For example, if you've got to write a report, or you've got to write an essay or something like that, a piece of assessment, then what you should do is take that, obviously run it through a content AI detector.
Yes.
Then use other AI tools like Quillbot to get better fluency and better, more creative styles in your writing. Use Grammarly to check on that. And then go back and start putting in a little bit of your own style, your own personality, your own character into it.
Zhuzh it.